Lisa Schwartz with AEM, thanks very much for joining us
Thank
today.
you for having me.
Can you tell me, what are some of the key technologies that are really having an impact on contractors, end users, professionals in that realm?
Yeah, you know, we're really seeing a significant impact through smart building technologies. You know, many organizations are looking to deploy smart building technologies in an effort to understand a cost savings in utilities, greener footprints, those kinds of things, which is great, but it really does impact the contractor. Because now there's so many more technologies that are required to run on this infrastructure. It can affect the cabling. So, you know, they've certified the infrastructure. It has, of course, passed all that certification. Well, now the network owner comes in and starts to deploy things like digital lighting, security systems, Wi-Fi access points, even window coverings.
Applications nobody had in mind when the cable was going in.
Applications nobody had in mind. And this really does put a significant impact on the physical infrastructure itself and changes the characteristic of the cable from when it was installed with a quiet network, if you will, versus now all of these things are turning up and needing to run on that infrastructure. So the contractors are really being challenged with being able to have a way to, of course, not only certify the infrastructure, but be able to potentially exonerate the infrastructure. If you know, devices are being installed and they're not turning on, they're likely going to get blamed. But having a way to exonerate and understand what is the true problem. And the other side of that too is also potentially having new lines of business. Being able to use the solutions to not only validate the infrastructure itself, but to validate power levels, validate multi-gig link speeds, because all of these different devices coming on the network, not only do they require PoE, but many of them actually require a very specific level of link speed to run. So, you know, we found that the contractors really needed, for the modern smart building, I call it, a little bit more full feature, if you will. We kind of dub it the modern network infrastructure because it has far more impact to what the cable contractor has to deal with today than what they've had to deal with in the past.
Yeah, and it sounds like this new type infrastructure and these trends are really making their jobs more challenging.
It is making their jobs more challenging. And you know, our development team has been developing test and measurement products for about 4 decades. So they've been around working with cable contractors for many, many years. And as we embarked on the development of TestPro, it was really designed, very purpose-built for this modern network infrastructure environment. So so we really tried to take a look at what's different in their world today and provide a solution custom designed for that.
Yeah, and I want to say that it sounds like at AEM your tools have been purpose-built, but I should probably say multi-purpose-built.
Multi-purpose-built is actually a good way to put that.
For the you know, multi-purpose-built for the solving of challenges for these pros in the industry.
Yeah, absolutely. It's highly modular in nature, so even as users you know, may only do, say, certification to begin, if they find that they're starting to be more and more challenged with dealing with power over Ethernet, multi-gig, it's just a simple module that you can swap out on the back, even going to fiber optic and other things that we do. It's always the same platform, you're just popping on and off modules. And we're expecting, you know, as we watch what's happening with infrastructure technology and all of these great things here at the show, we'll be ready for that through the modular nature of the product.
Excellent. Sounds great. Lisa, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you so much, Patrick.